19.
Are we on? We on. Go ahead.
All right, Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right, Yahweh being the name, the true name of the Heavenly Father. Yahushai being the name of His only begotten Son. All right, and Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, the true Hebrew Israelites. All right, and we are here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. All right, which America is also known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great. All right, we are here to reveal, all right, the mysteries of the scriptures. All right, so
Yeah, let me get a precept.
the spirit. Yeah, because this wicked kingdom is about to be destroyed. All right, the reason why the Lord sent His men out here with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. All right, that the dark mysteries of the scriptures, what the Bible is really talking about. All right, it's because the Lord is about ready to send plagues upon America.
Yep, this is Amos 3, and I'll start at 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid?
So it says, "Solid trumpet blow in the city, and the people be not afraid." All right, that trumpet is meaning his men. All right, because back in the days of war, what would you do to warn the people that danger was coming? You would blow the trumpet. All right, and that trumpet would signify that destruction is coming.
Yeah, the enemy's coming in.
The enemy. So this trumpet, the Lord is speaking through His men. Go ahead.
It says, shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord has not done it?
So it says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? All right, so basically the reason why the Lord sent His men out here is because he's letting you know that the Lord is about ready to destroy this place, you know? That it's the Lord's will that America has to be destroyed, all right? And we already seeing that America is slowly crumbling, all right before the so-called white man's eyes, all right? Because this is your kingdom, all right? This is your glory, all right? But little do you guys know that the Lord, he hates you in the scriptures, all right? He hates the so-called white man, all right? Because everything you guys set up in His kingdom goes contrary to the scriptures, to the divine laws that the Lord gave to His chosen people, all right, so we can take care of the world, of the earth. All right, he wasn't a Jacob.
He's through. This is Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants the prophets.
That's right. And the Lord, He's not going to come down here, all right, and tell you that He's going to destroy this place Himself, all right, but what He is going to do, all right, He's going to put the Spirit on His men by way of His Son, Yahushai, all right, to come out here and let you know the things that are to come. All right? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
All right, and that's the characteristics of a prophet, which a prophet means to say beforehand. So it said the prophets have prophesied against many kingdoms of war. All right? And what is going on right now? This wicked kingdom of America, all right? Hey, all they've been doing is warring since this kingdom has been established. All right, since America has been established, all right, that's all they've been doing. They conquered America by way of war, all right, and they maintain it by way of war.
Okay.
So the Lord, He sent His men out here to prophesy against this place.
Yep, verse 9 says, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him.
That's right. And we're prophesying peace, all right, because the destruction of America, all right, means, and the so-called white man, his power structure means peace on earth.
Right.
All right, for all the inhabitants, all right, all the animals that have gone extinct, all right. And it says once these things come to pass, all right, that the men of the Lord is speaking, then that means the prophet was amongst you, all right?
Yeah, I got a precept. This is Ezekiel 2 and 9. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And He spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woe.
That's right. And that book is talking about the scriptures, man. All right, the holy Bible, man. All right, that's the book that it's talking about. All right, and in it, it said it reads Lamentations, all right, which Lamentations go into what, mourning, all right, mourning, and woes,
crying out, you know, sighing,
sobbing.
yeah, sobbing, you know, because America, as you know it, is crumbling. That spirit of mirth is not in America anymore. Okay, it's crumbling, it's gone. Okay, the folly, you see people they're attaching themselves to folly, but folly doesn't even get it done nowadays. That's why people are trying to. That's why there's an opioid epidemic. That's why the majority of people are on drugs. That's why they're glued to their cell phones. Okay, because the so-called white man has put hell upon the whole world, and has stressed out the whole world. So everybody is in a state of mourning. Everybody's in a state of lamentation. And that woe represents that destruction. And that destruction is going to come nigh onto the planet Earth, man. It's going to burn you people up. Okay?
Revelations chapter 18 and 5.
Okay, cool. Revelation 18, 5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities."
Yep, and her sin, that's talking about America, man. All right, aka Babylon the Great. All right, the Lord have remembered the sins of America. All right, how the so-called white man, all right, killed off the native Indians in order to get this land. All right, and how they put the so-called blacks, so-called Negroes in slavery. All right, and not only that, the Hispanic tribes, so to speak, the Hispanic tribes was catching that hell too. You know, because the children of Israel, we are all under the same curses. All right, so the blood was spilled in his land, all right, and it's continued to be spilled, all right, very unto this day. All right, you got Israelites getting shot by the police on a daily basis, all right, which that's the Lord's judgment, because the Lord, he controls everything, all right, but still this place has to be destroyed, man.
Precept. This is Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord power. Thus said the Lord hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
That's right.
And all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yep, and the so-called white man, all right, with the help of these other heathen nations, all right, you guys put the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans in captivity, all right, by way of slave ship and by way of, all right, keeping us under, the Social Security number. All right, being a state-owned property, you know, so you can make money off us.
Yep.
All right, so the so-called white man, you guys have to pay, all right, for what your forefathers done. All right.
Yeah, because you are your forefathers coming back in a reincarnation, and that's why the so-called white man can't deal with this book, because it goes beyond being carnal. It goes beyond the so-called white man science. But you got Israelites that believe in the so-called white man science when it's nothing but lies. The so-called white man says they're the superior than us, when they're not. Look at them. They can't even stand in the sun. They get burnt up. All right, their skin prunes up. Okay, they have no. They have no spirit on them. Okay, and it's being found out that they're just a bunch of liars and devils, man. And they're going to be judged for all the crimes against humanity. Which you're the only one. You're the only entity that's not a human, because you actually have to have color to be a human. You're the devil. You're Esau. You're an Edomite, and that's the worst thing that you can be on the planet Earth. Hey man, y'all, yeah, you're gonna have to back up. Which one, bro?
Ecclesiastes 1 and 14.
Done.
You want to continue in Revelation 18, or you want to bring that up first?
You can continue on that.
Yep. Verse 6 says, "Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled, fill to her double."
That's right. A double unto her, you know, double unto the so-called white man in his kingdom, man. All right, because all right, the so-called white man, they besieged Israel in 70 AD. All right, with General Vespasian. All right, we lost our kingdom. All right, and our people, we went into slavery. All right, shortly after that.
Yep, that's right. All the kingdom, Masada, all the great kingdoms, they went down under the hand of the white man, which that was prophesied, man. That's prophesied in the scriptures.
You know, so the scripture says double unto you. All right, so how much more all right, the so-called white man's kingdom's power structure is gonna fall apart. You know, all right, the scriptures go into it. America's about to get destroyed, man. All right.
How you guys doing?
Yeah. Back up. We don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, you're Edomite.
Sorry about you. You guys are awesome. I love you.
Go ahead.
Cheers.
Hey, so anyway, the Lord, he's gonna basically put all you so-called white people into slavery under the real Israelites, which are so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. All right.
You want to? You go ahead and finish that. You done with that?
I got a couple more verses. Verse 7 says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I said a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow.
Yep. In America, she glorified herself and lived deliciously, man. All right. She lived off the labor, all right, off the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, which are the real Israelites. All right. You guys wax rich off of our inventions, all right, off of our talents, you know. Hey, you guys you guys basically exploited us, all right. So the Lord is remembering the iniquities of the so-called white man, all right. You guys have lived deliciously. You guys, all right, killed off the Native Indians just so you guys can put your reservations, all right, your restaurants down here in Monterey, all right, your homes, your houses, all right. And then on top of that, you guys set up a structure, all right, where we're on a lower class and you guys are on a higher class.
It's
all
called
right?
institutionalized racism.
That's right.
Okay, to where there's a glass ceiling of these people that can make it in society. And if they want to make it in society, they have to sell out to the so-called white man. All right, they have to shuck and jive. They have to be a coon. Okay.
Sodomite.
All right, this is what the so-called white man that he has oppressed us. All right, so the Lord said that He's going to oppress him by the hand of His people.
That's right.
Okay, because even though the people say the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, they say that we're Negroes, we're Mexicans, we're Puerto Ricans. We're actually the children of the Most High. We're actually the chosen people of the Lord. That's why we're better than the so-called white man in everything we do. He has to oppress us. He has to kill us. He has to shoot us down in the streets. Okay, so what? So what he can do? So he can keep us down. It's the same thing we read in Jeremiah 50 and 33. It said that they hold them fast. The word fast is when you fasten, like you fasten your seatbelt. What you're locked in. So they won't let these people go. They say that we're lazy. We built up this kingdom, man. Okay, by the blood, sweat, and tears, hardcore labor. Okay, all our ancestors did this. Okay, what did the so-called white man? He kicked back. All right, he was drinking lemonade. All right,
Deuteronomy 7:6.
Calling us niggas and spicks. Why he was making billions of dollars? Like these houses that are on the shore, you ain't know none of these people in them houses, man. That's white people. Those are Edomites. Okay, what the so-called white people mean Edomites in the scriptures. You got a precept.
Yeah, I was gonna make a statement. All right, because we're the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. That's on this 12 tribes chart. We're the Lord's chosen people. All right. You want to get that precept?
Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Lord chose us to be a special people above all people on the face of the earth. All right. So basically, we have the same forefathers. Our forefathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the Bible, which we are a blessed people. That's why we are the most talented. All right, we're the strongest. We're the smartest people. We're the most hardworking.
Yep, the liveliest.
The liveliest, you know. But there's a contradictory there because we are at the bottom. All right, we got to figure out why we are at the bottom, why we are suffering. All right, it's because the Lord put us here.
I got a precept. This is Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay? Yeah, it says, I have seen servants upon horses. A horse represents power. Okay? And so it says, I have seen servants upon horses. So we have the power. Okay? It says, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. And they actually have a statue of that. I forget his name out there in New York, where you have Gad and Judah walking on side of the so-called white man on a horse.
And he's supposed to be the servant.
Yep, and the horse, that's why they have something called horsepower. and he's the actual servant, right? It says the eldest shall serve the younger. So we're coming in a time where Esau, he's getting taken out of power by the biblical Edomites, and he's going to serve the younger, man. But before he did that, he put pure hell on us, and he's going to come in, and he's going to try to exterminate us this last time. Okay, Rex 84, the Georgia Guidestones, Project Megiddo. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, precept.
What was that? Jacob's.
You want to finish this in Deuteronomy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 7:7. The Lord did not set his love upon you nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
That's right. You want to break that down now?
Oh yeah, I'm going to read verse 8 again. It says, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, to our fathers who were Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, and that oath is still intact now, you know? The Most High hasn't forgot about us.
And he's still, that oath is still honored.
Yep.
Because he's not a man that he shall lie, like the scriptures say, man. Go ahead.
It says, which has sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand. All right, it's talking about the Exodus, which is well documented. All right, Esau still makes movies on that today. Okay? It says, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
And we're in the modern day Egypt.
That's right.
This place is spiritually called Egypt. Egypt, where we were in captivity under the Egyptians, and now we're under the captivity of the new Egyptians, the so-called white man. Okay? Which he has massive amount of blood. There's massive amount of blood on the land. Native American Indians, the Ohlone Indians, which once occupied this land, they're nowhere to be found. Where are they? They're dead. The so-called white man committed acts of a genocide, but then he goes around, he wants to bomb people in Syria for a so-called alleged poison attack, a gas attack that never happened. So you're seeing that the so-called white man, he's a liar, he's a deceiver, and he's only here to sow wickedness and perverseness in the planet Earth, man.
It goes to show you he's full of shit. He said he go and attack Syria because he said they had chemical weapons. Okay, but what if Russia or somebody, North Korea, decide just to go and come attack America because of the chemtrails? Yes, all right, or because of Flint, Michigan having poison water.
What about you damn devils when you came over here to the tribe of Gad? You gave them blankets with smallpox. Okay, you tried to inoculate them with smallpox. Okay. So you tried to exterminate them, which they said that tactic, the majority of the time it worked. Okay, disease warfare, biological warfare. All right, that's what the so-called white man uses on the planet Earth, primarily on these people right here to try to kill us off. But we're standing strong because we're resilient through the spirit. All right, go ahead.
This Numbers 35 and 33 says, so you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
And that's why America got to be destroyed, because the so-called white man has polluted this land with the blood of the saints. All right, and so the only way that we can get paid back, so to speak, is
no pictures.
Is for the so-called white man, for his kingdom to be destroyed. That's the only way that the blood could be recompensed. All right, on his land. You know?
That's right. Let me get this in let me finish this in Revelation 18, one more verse. Revelation 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her.
That's right. So it said her plagues are going to come in one day. All right, that sounds like a economic collapse. All right, death. All right, famine. All right, then on top of that, nuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
All right, so that's what's coming to this place, and you guys don't want to hear that. All right, you Babylonians. All right, 2/3 of Israel don't want to hear that. All right, 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians don't want to hear that this place is going to get destroyed. All right, and that you guys are going to have to go through martial law. All right, FEMA troops. All right. And you definitely don't want to hear about the RFID microchip, which is indeed the mark of the beast. All right, because you Jakes, when all hell break loose and that famine hit, all right, you Jakes ain't gonna know what to do, man. All right, and on top of that, you guys don't have Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with you guys.
Yep.
All right, because pertaining to, could you get Revelations, the 3rd chapter?
3 and 10.
All right, because if you ain't got Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, then you're through. All right, you don't, like we was going into the in transit lesson. All right, how the Lord is gonna protect His men. All right, but hey, 2/3 of you Israelites, you guys don't have the protection of the Lord.
Yep. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And that hour of temptation is talking about when that RFID microchip is being distributed. Salaki.
Made
Becomes
mandatory.
That's right. So that chip is going to be made mandatory. All right. But the Lord, He said, because thou hast kept
Read it again. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. That's talking about the elect. All right. All right. Being the servants unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and most importantly, having faith. All right. But 2/3, hey, they haven't kept the word. So the Lord is not going to keep them from the hour of temptation.
Yeah, they 2/3 despise the word. The scripture said, whosoever despises the word shall be destroyed.
Yeah.
So because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
That's right. And the so-called white man, all right, the elitist bankers, all right, that is sitting in the power seat, you know, hey, they're not going to only push that in America, they're going to try to chip the whole world.
Okay.
All right, that's that device that they thought of, all right, that the chip the whole entire world with an RFID chip so they can be like unto the Most High. All right, knowing your heart rate. All right, knowing your blood pressure.
Thoughts.
Knowing your thoughts, controlling your thoughts. You know.
They have control over life and death. They can they have the side. They got cyanide in the chip where they can just hit a button and you just drop dead. It goes into your bloodstream. This is actually like documented. This is not like something we just fabricated. It's actually documented on national TV. This is in the records. Okay, everything is made plain now. It's not even hidden in plain sight.
It's on the books.
It's on the books. Esau writes down everything. He makes sure that everything is put out there, and that's the Lord. That's the Lord making their tongue to fall on them. Okay, I have a scripture. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Yep. It's the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, Jacob, we know that Jacob's name was later changed to Israel. All right, so it's going to be trouble for the Israelites, man. All right, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Indians that are spread abroad would make up the 12 tribes. It's going to be hell for us in that day, all right? But really, it's going to be more hell for 2/3 of Israel because they're not going to be saved out of it. They're not going to be preserved, okay? But Esau, the so-called white man, the devil, all right, which devil just means deceiver. You guys are the deceiver of the earth. All you guys do is lie. All right, the devil is going to come down onto the children of Israel. All right, when that martial law, when the economy collapse, all right, the U.S. dollar fails. All right, right now, Turkey, they want their gold back, all right, because they're not trying to mess with the U.S. dollar, you know. Same thing goes for these other nations. China, they're trying to get around the dollar. All right, what happens if everybody decides to stop playing America's game?
Yep.
America's gonna fall flat on their face, and the plagues is gonna come. All right, like the scriptures say.
Yep. It says, even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yep, Jacob's trouble. All right, martial law. All right, FEMA camps. All right, throwing you people, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, killing you guys and throwing you guys in FEMA camps. This is coming to America. All right.
And go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's Jacob's trouble, man.
Yep. And you low-level Edomites, see the Edomites that you see, but the majority of the time at camp, you'll have some Edomites. They'll be, you know, they're high up, but the majority of these Edomites, they're low level.
Yep.
Okay. They don't know what's going on. Their elite don't even give a goddamn about them. Okay. They allow you to dwell amongst Jake. Okay, there was a point in time where there was a Edomite neighborhoods, and there was Jake neighborhoods, man. All right, everything was segregated. Now everything is everybody's together. Okay, everybody's together, joint hand in hand.
Yeah, that's perfect for the race wars.
That's perfect for the race war. The Lord, He's setting it all up. Okay.
And that's the only thing. Esau, he's promoting the race wars through the spirit of the Lord, because the Lord controls everything. He's guiding Esau to put all kind of stuff in the media.
Yeah.
All right, that cause tension. You know, just to show you how vile the so-called white man is. All right, the higher ups, all right, they don't care about their lesser counterparts, so to speak, or their lesser.
Yeah, because you always had the elite of a nation, or the princes. Okay, the king's line. Okay, the different elite families. Okay, just like during the time of Daniel, during the time of Babylonian Empire, man. Okay, what did they do? They had the race of the children of Israel into slavery, but then they had the elite Jake. They had them tucked up, man. Are giving them wise counsel.
Yep.
Okay, training them up because they're of a high level. So that's what happens when a kingdom goes down. Some are low, some are high. Like these Edomites, these are low-level Edomites, man. Look at them. All right. The Most High, you could tell that the God, who you call God, doesn't love them. That's why the Lord is going to destroy America. Okay, because if the Lord loved America, will He not keep it alive? Will there not be so much violence in America? Will there not be so much hatred in America? Here it is, you have a racism problem. The only reason why there's a racism problem because the so-called white man is in power. He's the racist. He's the one who created racism. When did we create racism? We were minding our own business. They came and locked us up. The Native American Indians were minding their own business. And they slaughtered them. So who's the real racist? Who oppresses? All right, it's the so-called white man and his elite power structure. You got a precept? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare.
Yeah, the Lord has made Esau bare, meaning butt naked, so you can see the shame. Go ahead.
I have uncovered his secret places.
Yep.
And he shall not be able to hide himself.
Yeah, he shall not be able to hide himself. So now everybody knows who the Edomites are. Everybody knows who the wicked of the Bible is talking about. Okay, because the way this word is being preached is not preached like this in the churches.
Right.
Because the churches the Lord is not dealing with those churches. All right, the Lord is dealing with this, man. This is the counsel of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Not in those churches where the pastor eats pork, or he teaches you to go against the laws. He said the Most High is for everybody, that the God's chosen people are done away with. Okay, that's another hand of white supremacy. All right, they did that. The so-called white man. See, that's a tactic called divide and conquer, man. Okay, you infiltrate the enemy, and then you sow seeds of disinformation. All right, and then you have certain people sell out.
Well, what was the European Spaniards, which they're Edomites too, so-called white people? What did they do when they came over here and conquered the native Indians? All right, they fed them their poison, that doctrine. All right, they came over here and set up their missions, those churches.
Yep.
All right, and then fed them
Christianity.
Yep.
What are people? The way that they worship God now is taught to them by the so-called white man, their oppressor. Yep. It's not taught to them by the true men of the Lord. How the word was supposed to be taught. Okay, it's taught by the so-called white man, and then he allows blacks and Hispanics to go in there as a pastor, and then you have to teach what they tell you to teach, man. If you go outside that, it'll lock your ass up. Okay, that's why they give you a tax exemption, a 501c3 charter, or as an incentive to keep doing your wickedness. Okay. I think I had a precept, but you had a precept. I got a precept. This is Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When it is morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands.
Yep. And that goes to the elitist bankers, all right? The so-called white men that sit at the power seat, all right, the elite banking family, all right, they all devise, all right, iniquity against the children of Israel, all right? They come up, they have meetings, and then come up with different plans on how they can ruin our life furthermore, or how they can extract more money out of us, or how they can kill us off. Ultimately, how they can poison us, how they can put more fluoride in the water, how they can put more GMOs on the streets, you know, all right, and basically how they can oppress us. So the scriptures say, "Woe, woe unto them." Woe meaning destruction, all right, and that's what the Lord is bringing with this truth, all right. The Lord is with his men.